Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla Cosmos and yeah, I've still left Taiwan, unfortunately. Anyways, let's get into today's topic because in the past video I reflected on my favorite natural experiences here in Taiwan, and in today's video I want to focus on my top 5 favorite all-time memories here in Taiwan. So to kick it off, we're gonna go all the way back where I started my YouTube channel, which is in, of course, Jinmen Island. And if you don't know, then you haven't been hanging around my channel often enough, and that means you need to hit that subscribe button and then go check out my Jinmen videos after you watch this one so you know a little bit more about Jinmen. Or actually, I'm gonna show you some B-roll now, but feel free to check out those videos too. In Jinmen, I was just in love with Jinmen. It was like a giant freaking playground to me. And in particular, I love abandoned places, like historic and abandoned places. I just love them. I love exploring them and just appreciating being able to visit places that maybe nobody ever visits. And some of them are really magnificent and seem pretty lonely out there. So when I was in Jinmen, my favorite thing was to explore abandoned mansions, military tunnels. I've been to the abandoned theater, the abandoned hospital. That was just like what I love to do, and I love to see what you can find and also kind of get the energy off of the places. And I know many of them have, at least I think people in Taiwan maybe think they have more of this dark or ominous energy due to the history of war in Jinmen, but I go in really appreciating being able to see these places. And yes, it is definitely very sad to see how many of them were left behind and kind of just the scars that Jinmen has, but at the same time, those are definitely some of my best memories, and I'm so glad that I got to appreciate these types of places because it allowed me to understand history in Taiwan better. It allowed me to just get to know culture in Jinmen in particular even more. So exploring all of these crazy places in Jinmen is definitely one of my favorite memories in Taiwan. Now, moving on to number 2, this is actually a sponsored trip that I got to do with Lion Travel here in Taiwan, and I was invited to go on the Lampi Jieyu sightseeing train, which is a vintage train here in Taiwan. But the trip didn't just include that, it actually included going down to Fangliao and experiencing the grouper farms. We had some incredibly delicious seafood, and we got to go to Taidong as well. Of course, the main star of the show was the train ride from Taidong to Fangliao on the Lampi Jieyu train. This was like such a cool and special experience to me, so I was very, very grateful that I got invited to go on this trip. I got to know, more about indigenous culture in Taiwan. I felt that I got to understand a little bit of what it used to be like back in the day, because people used to ride this train all the time, and it also is so beautiful to be riding the train along the ocean and the mountains. Moving on to number 3, we're going to step away from some of my more travel related memories and talk about one that's more of like my general life here in Kaohsiung, because I don't really talk about this very much, but obviously I enjoy hanging out with friends, maybe going to bars, going to dance and such. And my favorite bar in Kaohsiung, where I'm kind of a regular at, is Bar Wonderwall, and I don't have any photos or videos. I think it's one of those types of bars where literally anybody can show up, and no matter where you're from, no matter who you are, everybody, you just fit in. I can come in my pajamas and not feel oh, are people judging me? Nobody gives a shit. Everybody's super friendly. The owner, Hamad, is super friendly, and I think everybody, if you enjoy going out to have a drink every once in a while, you need to have that one bar that you're just you just go there and it's always right. So definitely some of my favorite memories are going to Bar Wonderwall, meeting people, doing drunk KTV, just having a good old time and being silly and ridiculous, and just loving it. Moving on to number 4, we're gonna move back into the travel realm, and my 4th favorite memory in Taiwan is doing an entire Huangdao by train. Traveling in Taiwan is just so incredibly easy, and when I had the opportunity to work with the Taiwan Tourism Bureau in Singapore, I was oh well, it's supposed to be the year of traveling by train or like that kind of season, and I love traveling by train, so just doing an entire Huandao around the country is such a cool way to travel. It's a way to really take your time with traveling. It's very easy, it's very cheap, and it's a great way to see so many of the amazing natural landscapes in Taiwan. So although I would say it's a very simple memory and I spent a lot of time, you know, maybe just writing or on my computer, like doing things, even though it's very simple, it's definitely one of those types of memories that I'm going to cherish having during my time here. And last but not least, my fifth favorite memory overall is visiting the islands of Taiwan. Because while Taiwan is technically a pretty just giant island, you know, I have been to islands such as Jinmen, well, I lived there. I've been to Xiaoliuqiu, and I've been to Green Island. Unfortunately, I never made it to Lanyu or Matsu or Penghu, but of course, I wish I had the opportunity to go to the islands. I think the island life in Taiwan is quite different than the rest of Taiwan, especially if you're living on like the west coast where all of the cities are. But you go to the islands, people are like so much more chill, so much more relaxed. Life is very easy to live slowly, and the beach is always like literally within minutes from you, which if you're a beach lover, that's amazing. And some of my favorite memories in Taiwan happened in these places, you know, such as Green Island, which is so absolutely gorgeous, and my dive instructor, which also like was so kind to show me around the island, like really helped me make the most of experiencing the island. And then there's also Xiaoliuqiu, which is really convenient to just like get an electric scooter to go around, and the oceans there are just so incredible. The experience of the sea turtles is amazing, and yeah, it's cool. And then of course I lived in Jinmen for an entire year, and I'm totally biased, but you know, it's still a beautiful island with some crazy history unlike anywhere else. So that is my fifth and final memory of Taiwan, is just the island life and what you can do on the many different islands of Taiwan. And of course, I have not forgotten about our bonus memory. And of course, it is the day that I got to hit the infamous Jesus with a foam baseball bat in Taipei. Oh my God, you guys, look who I have found.
你来台北没有跟我说吗? You came to Taipei and you don't tell me? What's happening here?
I came to ask you, have you been to Jinmen?
No.
If there's any memory that tops all the memories in Taiwan, it really might just be that one. It really might just be that one. That was great. Thank you so much, Jesus, for letting me just thank you so much. That was so awesome. As I reflect on these memories, like all these other memories keep just like coming back to me, because there's really so many other memories that are just as incredible as these ones, but I think these are definitely 5 that are really gonna stick with me. Not only am I making great memories, but these are all things that are, you know, enriching my life and teaching me new stuff, and making me a better person overall. And wow, I didn't expect to get that deep there at the end, but here we are. So y'all, in the next video, I'm going to be discussing why I'm leaving Taiwan, because yeah, every foreigner situation is different, right? And to be honest, I don't want to leave Taiwan, but I am going to have to. So I will be talking about that in the next video. So please, if you haven't yet, you know, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Also, please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed walking down memory lane with me and my amazing 2 years here in Taiwan. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.